Fear can be one of the biggest culprits and the biggest setback in your current relationship. And today I will be talking about 3 ways that fear plays a role in communication breakdown. So be sure to stick around to the end of this video to see if this is you. Communication as we know it is the central part of how the world functions and operates on a daily basis. And this is also true when you talk about growing, establishing, and building a relationship. And when it comes to relationships, every day is not going to be a good day. And sometimes that means a communication breakdown between 2 parties. And if you're not careful, one of the bad characteristic traits of communication breakdown is fear. One of the ways that fear plays a role in communication breakdown is that it causes you to retreat within yourself and shut down. Communication is like laying the foundation when you're trying to build a new home. And if you don't lay the correct foundation, then it's going to eventually become a home that cannot be built upon and a home that cannot stand. Especially when storms, and in this case, relationship challenges, appear. And when you do this, you set yourself up for failure both in the now and in the future. Because progress cannot be made without communicating. When you retreat within yourself and begin to shut down, what this does is it causes an invisible, thick layer of tension between you and your partner. Because the weight of the problem is not addressed and it goes uncommunicated. And that can begin to weigh heavy on the characteristic of your relationship. Now, one key identifier that fear is playing a role in your communication breakdown is that you don't know who you are. Because when you know who you are in a relationship, you'll then begin to understand how to maintain who you are in a relationship. Look, I can bet at some point in your journey in life that you've struggled with knowing just who you are. You felt alone, you felt lonely, and you felt like you had no sense of direction. And that's exactly how I felt. And sometimes that even holds true after you get out of a bad breakup or while you're currently in a relationship. I know that was one of my biggest struggles of navigating the terrain of a relationship and a breakup. But through my experiences, through my healing, through my own journey, I've come up with a solution that I believe today is going to take you to the next level. The Power of You ebook is an ebook that I've created that will help men just like you to uncover the layers of obscurity in your life to identify and pinpoint just who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, you don't know where you're headed. So check this out. I put down the link in the description below. And if you're tired, if you're struggling, if you're not quite sure just who you are, it's time to get your power back. It's time. It's time for you to go to the next level. It's time for you to understand just how valuable you are and the gifts and the talents that you bring to this world. So don't wait. Don't delay. Your future self will thank you. So order yours today. You don't want to wait. You don't want to delay. If you felt alone, if you felt lonely, if you felt like an outcast, or just had questions about just who you are, this is the solution to the problem that you've been searching for weeks, for months, and for years. So order yours today because it's time to take back your power. So you want to fully make sure that you understand both who you are as a person and who you are as a man fully in a relationship. The next way that fear plays a role in communication breakdown is it causes you to lead with feelings versus facts. Look, I know you probably love your partner very much. And if you're single, I know you probably love yourself very much. But to tell you the truth, you're not always right. You're not going to always be right because it's going to be some things that you may need to be told over the course of your life and over the course of your relationship that you may need to work on or improve on. And if you don't deal with the fear that's plaguing the communication breakdowns that you're having, you're going to find it very hard and very challenging. And you're going to quickly acquire a selfish mentality and go on to think that you don't need to work on anything and that you're always right. The best kind of love is the love that can gently bring awareness to the areas that you need to improve on, that you sometimes overlook, that will cause you to become better over time rather than worse. And if you're leading with feelings over facts, what this can do is cause a great distance and wall between the love, intimacy, and growth of your relationship and connection with your partner or future partner if you're single. And the last point that I want to bring to you today is that it causes your intimate developmental skills to be blocked. Intimacy in a relationship is not given at the birth or the start of that relationship. It is only cultivated by investing time into each other, understanding each other, and communicating with each other at a level that brings about compassion, sympathy, and empathy. And it creates a safe space for you to grow into the man and her into the woman that you need to be to one another. And so when fear plays a role in the communication breakdown aspect of your relationship, it stops the cultivating process of deepening that bond emotionally and mentally, because it brings about a level of paranoia that distorts your decision making and causes you to react to things versus respond to them. And once the intimacy begins to take a hit due to the fear of the communication breakdown, that's when everything that you and your partner built over time begins to crumble and shatter around you. Now, with that, I want to hear from you. Comment down below if any of these 3 ways resonate with you and how you plan to implement it in your life and in your relationship for the betterment, growth, and cultivation of your relationship. And if any 1, 2, or all 3 of these ways resonated with you, you may be wondering, what is the next steps that I must take that I can do to rid myself and rid my future of this so I can have a better relationship? Click the link down in the description box below to schedule your free strategy session today. I want to connect with you and let's see if we're a good fit. And now, if you have any past trauma that you feel like is getting in the way of your relationship and you need some more clarity and help with that, click this video here and I'll see you over there.